and welcome to Sitting on the Kitchen Floor. Now you might be wondering why I'm sat on the kitchen floor, and I'm actually sat in front of my freezer, which means that my right arm is getting cold. I have to give my freezer a little bit of clear out because I've noticed some things are spilled out in there, and just to make a little bit more room for my next load of shopping that I should be doing a little bit later this week. Even though I'm a very bendy individual, I have it's easy enough for you to say, I have hypermobility. Sitting on a hard kitchen floor is not pleasant because it's actually very cold on those painful joints that you can get with hypermobility. Anyway, would you like to go through my freezer with me? Let's get this done before I freeze my boobies off. So let's start with the top drawer. And I'm sure you can see that. There we go. Now, there's a couple of crusts of the bread that I like in there, but it's going all a bit icy. So we get rid of that. Oh, and it smells a little bit fridgy. No, frozen, like freezer burn. There's some pork mince in there that's been there since August last year. It's looking a little bit brown. I'm wondering whether that spoiled when I had an electrical failure. I don't know when that was. Anyway, I've got some strong white flour in here, which is spilling. And the reason I've got some strong white flour in there is because I needed it to make some bread. And what I do when I buy flour is I freeze it for 48 hours. Because that kills off any potential bugs in there, any eggs, you know, crawlies and things. And sometimes I do keep it in the freezer afterwards if I'm not going to be using it for a while. So I often keep my flour in the fridge after I've opened it, but it depends. The plain flour will stay in the fridge because I use that more often, basically. And then I've got some naughty white bread. Now, that is for emergencies. That's emergency toast, mainly. If I suddenly go, I really need some wet toast. I know that it's not healthy crap, but, you know, that's been in there for, let's see the date, beginning of December. So that's been in there since the beginning of December. So it just goes to show how much bread that I don't eat. Now I've got some, I think they're high protein bread rolls for if I fancy a roll. It's not often that I don't fancy a roll, to be honest. I've got some frozen fruit, which actually is looking a little bit worse the wear. Shall we have a look? Yeah, that's yeah, too many ice crystals and it's smelling like freezer burn. I don't like wasting food, but that doesn't smell very appetizing, and I can imagine that it probably won't taste very nice. And I could put it in a pie and lots of sugar, but then I'm adding sugar and pastry to it, so no, let's get rid of that one. And besides, I have got some blueberries in there that I opened literally the other day, which are perfectly good. Look, they're all lovely and loose. We shall keep those. And likewise, some raspberries, which I bought as part of the deal where you could get 3 for £2, I think it was, or 3 for £6 or something like that. It's always good to have berries in your freezer. They can be a little bit sharper than buying fresh berries, but depends on what you want to use them for. You know, if you're putting them in porridge or something, that's really nice. And I actually put them with a bit of cream cheese, and the cream cheese mixed with a little bit of vanilla paste and makes it almost almost an acceptable substitute for cheesecake. So we're not getting rid of those. Now, now again, these are sweet cherries. There's a few left, but I can smell that they're not. Oh, and they're slimy. Yeah, let's not even open those. Yeah, that's stuck to the bottom. Now these can go because oh gosh, yeah, that's all gone. I think something has leaked into that, like a juice drink or something, but it's mixed veg, and I haven't eaten mixed veg for quite a long time, and it's got peas in it. I went through a phase of trying to eat peas, but I just can't, and that's, gosh, when would I have bought these? Oh, probably about 6 months or more ago. No, it must be more than that. Probably about a year ago. And then look at this. Now, considering I hate peas, and peas are the devil's kidney stones, why is my freezer drawer full of peas? I mean, seriously. That is utterly baffling. Anyway, so clearly that needs a good clean out. So I'll empty all those out into the bin and take that for a hose down in the bath. And the reason it's I'll do it in the bath and not the kitchen sink. 1, more room. 2, shower head. And 3, for people who think I should do it in the garden. I haven't got a garden. Simple as. Right, so in here, so what I'm going to do is, I've got a glass shelf actually there, which you can't see on the camera. That's what that drawer was kind of sort of resting on. Do you know what? I didn't know that, and that's actually quite good. Oh, there's glass shelves between them all. So even if I took out the drawers, or the drawers got broken, I'd still be able to use the freezer in 3 sections. That's really good. Right, so these I bought last summer, and they're mango, coconut and lime fish skewers, and they're actually really nice. I got them on a special offer. Really nice with a bit of rice. Or you can put them on the barbecue, but not in this weather. It's peeing down out there. Boneless smoked haddock. Very good for you, very nice. And yeah, I'll eat that when I fancy it. Oh, I've got some more pork mince here, but again, it's not looking very nice. But I'm not going to throw this one away. I'm going to defrost this one day, not this week. Keep it in the freezer, defrost it one day. There's a little bit of freezer burn on it I can see starting. And I'll defrost it one day and see if it's edible. And if it is edible, I'll make something with it. And I've got a Vivera, vegan-friendly, plant shawarma kebab. And it looks a bit like when you get chicken doner meat from I literally just said the word. No, I didn't. From kebab houses, from kebab shops. But it's plant-based, and I've had this before, and it is very nice. But I really don't fancy eating it just at the moment. But it is nice. It's an acceptable substitute. So that can stay in there for a while. And again, what I'll do is I'll defrost that before I think about whether I'm going to eat it. And then if it's okay, then I will eat it. Obviously. From Christmas, this was a reduced £1.80 down from £3. And it's pork, chestnut and oak smoked bacon stuffing. That can stay in there for a while. It's a slab of it. That can stay in there for a while. More cherries. These are... Now, that smells frigified, or freezer burn fight. I can't, yeah. Blech. Oh my gosh. More pork mince. Now that one doesn't look very nice, does it? But is that just the juices because of the way that it froze? I don't know. We'll leave it in there. Again, I will do a proper defrost of it, see if it's edible, see if it smells okay, get rid of it if it's not. Oh gosh, why have I got sprouts in there? I think they were from the Christmas before last. And then, yes, that's my cold packs, and I don't know why they're in there. I may have been planning a journey, I don't remember. Anyway, and also three pigs in blankets. I don't think we'll be saving those. And more peas! More peas! I'm just being I am being invaded by peas. I don't like peas, so the peas are invading. And final bottom drawer is maple flavoured pork belly slices, which were reduced at ASDA a while back. So, see, look, that looks a lot healthier than the pork mince. So they're staying in there, and likewise, oh no, hang on, I've got, now, yeah, 5% steak mince. Again, I shall defrost that, see if it's worth making into something. You know, if it's not worth, you know, if it's still usable, still edible, then if it is, that will probably turn into a shepherd's pie or something. And then I've got Black Forest mix at the bottom. That's not been opened, so that can stay unopened. And I've got some exotic fruit mix, which is mango chunks, pineapple and papaya. That's been opened, but it's been folded down because I must have been had a sensible head on that day. And one thing you can't see in there, or you can just about see it, that is a frozen turkey crown, which was £26, reduced to unbelievably something like £4 just after Christmas. So I've grabbed it and it's in there, and there's a lot of meat on that. It looks quite small in the picture, but it's very heavy and there's a lot of meat on it. So that'll keep me going if I need it. Emptied out the drawers. I'm off now to go and hose them down in the bath and get rid of those devil kidney stones. Peas. Why? A happy Valentine's to me. 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 Mwah! I'm in a Wetherspoons waiting for someone so that we can have a coffee and some cheapo lunch. Ping and ding, as they say. And I don't know what I'm having yet. I've just come from an appointment that I didn't want to attend, but it lasted about 5 minutes, and I was early for the appointment, so I was in and out within 5 minutes, and it wasn't as painful as I thought it was going to be. It wasn't a doctor's appointment, just one of those life appointments that you don't like to have to do, you know. So, what's for dinner? What's for lunch? Oh, it's out of focus. That's what's for lunch. Either that or it's my eyes. It's probably my eyes. Can you hear that screaming child? Yeah. These are always good. These are afternoon deal. That's always good. Wetherspoon do hotels. That's interesting. I shall have to check those out and see if there's anywhere that I want to stay. Or if there's anywhere that I want to stay in the areas that I'm going to. That's interesting. I've just noticed something on the menu. This says that this pub is the London and South Western in Clapham. That is wrong. Clapham is about 2 miles up from where I'm sitting. This, where I'm sitting, is Clapham Junction, which is in Battersea. Got to get it right.
Expect so, then you're actually pro-charge. She went, are you sure you've got to respect so? Well, I mean, yeah. Oh.
So, as usual, I forgot to film before we started tucking in. And we sort of doing a sort of sharing plate thing. So basically we bought a pizza, sausage and chips, chicken bites, and then sort of shared it out so that we get a bit of everything. This is tapas, Wetherspoons style. Gosh, didn't realise how dirty the window is.
I pushed it.
That's alright. If you look to your left now, in a minute, you'll see something new. Not yet, there's a car in front. There, left.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been in there. It's very, very nice, very posh.
Closed there now.
Yeah.
That's weird, isn't it?
No, the sunset's not as good as I thought it was going to be. Guys, I have just been round ASDA. It's a Friday of the half term, so you can imagine how busy it was. And I'm knackered. I do have a shopping haul that I want to unpack and show you, but first I need coffee. I've had my coffee. I can't say that I'm ready to face the world again just yet, but this shopping that I've got does need to be put away. So let's get it out onto the kitchen side. I've got you at a different angle this time. So first things first, and always the best thing that I find in my shopping, I have 6 bottles of my favourite tipple. 6 bottles. It's a bit wet. Yeah, it's probably just condensation. I thought there was a leak. Let's not have leaking line. No. No, I'm going to say it again. Leaking wine. I need more sleep. At ASDA, they've got a special offer where you buy 6 bottles and get 25% off. So these are cheaper in ASDA. £7.97, I think. I've got it on the receipt here. Oh, £7.96. £7.96, which doesn't sound cheap, but it's cheaper than some places that do £11. So £7.96, 6 bottles, 25% off, which got me £11.94 off, nearly £12 off. So yeah, 6 of those. I'm not going to pick all 6 out. We know what 6 bottles of wine looks like. Finally, my Hovis granary. These are always out of stock. When I order a delivery, either from Sainsbury's or Tesco, this is always out of stock. It's probably the most tasty bread that I've found, tasty wholemeal that I found. And I got it because I saw it. I wanted it last week. Tesco, no, it wasn't Tesco last week, it was Sainsbury's last week. Sainsbury's didn't deliver. They sent me the seeded bread, and it's okay, but I don't always want seeds on my bread. So this is going in the freezer. Mature white cheddar. And lean pork mince. I'm going to do pork meatballs. This is typically less than 5% fat. Oh yes, I should have started with this by saying my coffee bags. It's the Taylor's ones because in ASDA, obviously they don't do the Sainsbury's own brand ones. So yeah, my yummy coffee bags, and I've almost forgot to tell you about those because I started them. I got in from shopping and I was out of coffee bags here and I needed a coffee. Hadn't had a coffee yet today, and yeah, I was flaking on the sofa, as you could see. Mushrooms in a plastic container. Basil. Just some fresh basil. I'm going to do that. I don't think I already said. I'm going to do that the Slimming World chicken pesto pasta thingy that I did last week again. So I bought all the ingredients again, which means more broccoli, another tin of that. Now I didn't use all that. In the chicken pesto pasta. Over the week I've been adding it as a side to omelettes and scrambled egg, and I've put it in other pasta, so it all got eaten. So I needed some more. Another courgette. This time I could pick my own, well, choose my own. So I didn't go for one that was quite as small or quite as slimy as last week. And I don't know if you can see quite how big that is. Let me show you with my two little itty bitty hands. Yeah. Yeah. Sweet and fruity baby plum tomatoes. Pack of 2 avocados. Very good healthy fats for you. Orzo. Now I wasn't going to buy any pasta today, but I was down the pasta aisle for some reason. And I spotted the orzo. And orzo is rice-shaped pasta basically, or rice-sized pasta. And you can put it into, you can use it for so much, so it's so versatile. But anyway, in Tesco and Sainsbury's, these are about £2, maybe £1.50 if it's on a special offer, but these are usually about £2. £1 in ASDA, £1 for 500 grams. For that, I thought I'm not passing that up as I see it. Now I've seen it in the shop, I'm going to buy it because I've been trying to get orzo for a few weeks now for a couple of dishes that I want to do. And I didn't want to pay £2 for 500 grams. £1. I've got the solid block grana padano, which is Italian cheese like a Parmesan type cheese. But also I have it in grated form, and it's finely grated. And it's just more convenient if you want to just sprinkle some on top of some pasta or a pasta dish to have it like this. 2 packs of sausages, Lincolnshire and pork. Mix and match for £4.98, only 2 for £4.98, which is quite good actually when it's supposed to be their special range of sausages. And the reason I go for them, and I haven't tried these ones before, but the reason I go for the, I don't always go for them, but the reason I like going for the slightly more quality or premium sausages is because of the higher amount of meat. These have got 90% and these have got 83%, which is actually quite a bit lower than I would like. I like getting sausages that are 90% pork or more. There are some that you can get that are something like 97% pork. But I haven't tried these before, so let's see what they're like. Branston beans and sausages. These are the best beans. Nope. Not Heinz. Nope. Branston beans, and they've got the little sausages in. Branston beans are just delicious. And these were something like, I think these were 90p. Oh, 98p. 98p. And they'll stay in my cupboard for when I really fancy some baked beans and the little sausages. Which the sausages aren't, obviously again, they're not the top quality sausages, but when you just really fancy a little sausage with some juice. 2 kilos of chicken thighs again. Like I said, I'm going to be doing the Slimming World pesto, Slimming World chicken pesto pasta again. So I've got 2 kilos. And this time I will actually try to record not the chicken pesto pasta, but the other thing that I was going to do, the slow cooker thing. Didn't get round to it last time. I just ended up roasting the rest of the chicken thighs that were left over. Very delicious, but it wasn't what I intended to do. So I'll try to actually record that and get the ingredients and method in that one. So, yep, 2 kilos of chicken thighs. Finally, I think, is it finally? Is that it? Cool. Some hairspray. I was nearly out of hairspray. I don't use hairspray very much, but when I've done my hair and if I'm going out, I like to spray along my parting line so that if the wind blows, it doesn't start making me look like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards before I actually have.